Hey guys, what would be a good way to talk to you as a stranger?
Just like being like genuine and like simple, like hey, how are you, right?
Yeah, without some like fancy words. Just be like kind to us, and that's fine.
Yeah.
For me, if I'm in the park, I would like to ask about the person's life, about that person's hobby, what's going on in his or her life, and I will listen carefully, and then I have to introduce myself too. I have to do the same. Talk about my life too, and if our conversation is good, we're gonna talk about like what's our commons. I think that's it. That's it. How I connect to people.
Thank you.
So Moira, if somebody wants to get to know you more, and what will be a genuine way to talk to you or approach you, I guess?
I think that it would feel anything that feels organic, really, and
So what would be a good way to talk to you?
I think it's all about the approach. I think respect is key, and picking up on people's signals, picking up on people's ways that the vibes they might be sending out. I think it's really easy to pick up on whether someone like wants to talk to other people or not. So I think like learning when to go all out and like give the compliments and be really charming and charismatic, and when to like hold back and like save your energy for the right person. I think it's always going to be hard when you're choosing the wrong people. So I think like getting in touch with yourself is the best way to get in touch with other people and figure out what you'd like to know about them and figure out like what you want relationally.
What would be a genuine way to start a conversation?
I think it's trying to find some shared commonalities, like some shared interests. Like if you like their look, say like, what do you like about their style? What do you like about their features? Like what is something, like to be able to pinpoint what you like in another person and to be able to like start off on that, or like try to talk about like media you're interested in, like, because there's not a lot going on. So it's really about like who you are and who other people are,
Do you think it's also what the other person going to share? So sometimes what they share.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think sometimes people, like we're all a little awkward these days, but I think sometimes people overshare a little bit. So again, like knowing how to like hold back a little bit and like be subtle and like leave things for the other person to be curious about. So don't like go right off the bat and tell them about all the dates they're fantasizing about being on with you or anything like that. Like just be chill. Yeah.
If somebody wants to connect to you in 2021 to have a genuine conversation, what's a good way to start the conversation, or what's the first move?
Like what should they say to me? So like I don't like feeling unsafe. And obviously I wish people of the opposite sex, like a male, would just come up to me and try to just have a genuine compliment or like honesty, and to start off the conversation, maybe like hi, how are you, or I like you said, like I like your shoes, or like your hair looks nice today, rather than just like coming right up to me in my personal space and trying to dominate a situation, because I don't want to talk to you if you feel like dominating, whether you're trying to form a friendship, a business thing, a relationship. Please don't dominate situations.
If it's the first time he see you, what's the appropriate to start a conversation?
Asking me how I am, having a conversation with me. Again, instead of approaching someone saying something to them, but making sure it's an actual conversation and not having it be one-sided. Again, having a person come up to someone and say, you're very attractive or you're very this, the conversation ends there. But if you actually engage with them, then that changes. So what's going on? What are you doing? And if that person isn't interested, you make it very easy for them to say, nothing, I'm not doing anything, or I'm leaving to go here, and then it ends. It's very normal, it's very amicable. And if they want to continue the conversation with you, you know they want to continue the conversation with you. It's not you forcing it, it's them engaging with you, and you're engaging with them instead of it being you approach them and you run the conversation. You're equals in the conversation as you are equals everywhere else. That's it.
So if somebody wants to have a conversation with you, what would be a genuine way to approach you?
I would say just a simple hello or hi, how is your day going? I mean, you don't have to like come up with a big pickup line because sometimes that can be cheesy. So I guess just a hi, hello, how's your day going? Something like that, I guess, yeah.
If someone wants to get to know you more in a public setting, what's a genuine way to start a conversation with you?
I think that we kind of think that the best way would be to say, comment nothing about our bodies or anything physical about the way we look. Like, I would respond way more to if they said something that was personable, like if they liked our blanket, or if they liked it was a beautiful day, or if we had a dog, commenting on the dog, something like that. Because as soon as somebody comments about the way I look, it's automatically like, okay, you want to sleep with me, and that's like the first thing I think of.
You don't care about like getting to know me or anything. It's immediately, this is how you look, and it just makes you feel a little uncomfortable if the first thing somebody says to you is, oh, your eyes are so pretty. Like, of course it's a nice compliment, but I feel like just the way women are treated a lot is from men. The attention we're getting is like sexual a lot of the time.
A lot of the time sexual,
so
for sure.
It's hard to determine whether the compliment is actually getting to, like, wanting to get to know somebody or wanting to sleep with them. So I'd say if you want to get to know somebody genuinely, then don't comment on immediately how they look. Maybe just try to find if there's a common interest or just like something.
And if someone came up to me, I would definitely respond more if they had a dog with them. Like if they had a pet with them or something like that, because then it automatically looks like they're friendlier. I probably wouldn't like I would just definitely though genuinely respond to someone commenting something funny. Oh, if they say something funny too, and it's genuinely
and it's a genuine funny joke rather than them just being like a creepy joke. But if it's a funny one,
if it's anything about the body or like a creepy joke, the way I look, I'm like,
or even clothing, like, oh, I like those pants, like
that means you were looking at my ass, like,
or like your shirt,
you were looking at my boobs. So
definitely
would just be don't comment on the way we look.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Cesar.
Cesar.
Yeah.
My name is Yuriko.
Yuriko?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So, what's your experience of talking to people in a park or in a public area? How do you approach a person?
I think we have to look at what's going on. Between two people, there is always three interactions, right? There is between the two people, of course, but their interaction with the environment as well. So there's always these three elements in there, at least. So you can use things that you know. How can I say this? Well, you have to know what you know about the person in the sense of like, are they doing something that you know something about? For example, if I am here with a little radio playing music, and you like the musician, you like the song, you know how to talk about them, you're a big fan, that can be motive for you to approach and talk about it. I don't know, like in Brazil, for example, there are some people playing soccer over there. Soccer is something that gathers people a lot. So people who gather in there, either for playing or just to watching and commenting about it, it's also a big source of interaction, you know. And then you just have to look around and say, which people in here do I want to interact with, either for friendship or for dating, you know. So I think that take advantage of what's already going on in the environment is, I don't know, it's a big thing. It's useful, you know. That's where you show like also like your presence to that person, you know. You wanna be
experience things together.
Yeah, you want to be you want to make the other person look at you and and then interact. So you want to make yourself present in there by interacting, approaching what they're doing, and then I don't know, dancing along with a little bit, and then you develop the conversation as you go.
Do you think it's bad to ask for people's number? Do you think it's...
If it's fair to ask their number?
Because I think a lot of people, when they approach a woman, they just ask them for a number.
Okay. It depends. It depends on the situation. So like, there is a lot between the point at which the asking for the number is appropriate and it is not appropriate, and you have to feel like that. I would say that it is inappropriate if you don't even know the person's name, or if you are just like deciding that you want her or his number just because they're pretty, just because you looked at them and they look interesting. But of course that you don't have to. There's a level of comfort, and the way for testing that level of comfort is by talking to them. So if you've been talking to them for a little bit, you can make a move, and the more you talk to the person, the more certainty you can have about knowing if your move is likely to succeed, which means like she will give her number or he will give his number. So yeah, it's about looking at the person and knowing how to read their state. Are they comfortable? Are they liking you? Are they liking that interaction? Because the more you can say that yes, they are comfortable with this, and the next question would be, would they be willing to do that again? Because that's the ultimate reason for them to give you the number. Oh my God, you can do a lot.